So I've got a pretty entertaining but useless glitch in Modern Warfare Zombies. I worked on this earlier today. I was really hoping we would have some kind of super speed glitch, and yeah, we finally got one. This glitch allows you to absolutely fly around the map at warp speed. I did the entire perimeter of the map in like a little over a minute. And when you go prone and do this, it looks absolutely hilarious. You were going like 100 miles plus an hour. And shout out to Gaming Exploits. He emailed me and he said, I accidentally did this in game and I've made a video. Do you want to check it out and test it and see what you can find? So I did. I messed around with it and I figured out exactly how to replicate what happened to him. And there are a couple of things that are specific that you have to do. And I think that's one of my favorite things about glitches. Like when something happens accidentally and then you want to go back in and replicate it and figure out what happened, how did it happen? So the first strange thing about this glitch that I realized is that you have to be holding akimbo weapons. Like it can be anything that's dual wield. It doesn't matter as long as you're holding a weapon in each hand. I put the akimbo attachment on the tire. Now it's the tie. This is one of the handguns. You can also use one of the melee weapons that's dual. And I tested this several times today. You absolutely have to have dual weapons. Holding out like a single gun or no weapons will not work. The next thing you want to do is locate a redeploy drone, and these things have certain spawns, but they're not always in the same spot. Like they will be random wherever they are in every game. But there is a mechanic at the top of the zip line of this redeploy drone that most people are probably not aware of. When you walk up to the bottom of the zip line, it has the ascend feature. You attach to the zip line, it takes you up and out and allows you to parachute high in the sky. However, the top 10% of that zip line that's right underneath the drone actually has a descend mechanic, and it will take you from the top all the way to the bottom. It can be kind of tricky to actually attach to that part of the zip line, and I'm not sure if they intended for us to be able to descend, although that coding is there. Like they probably weren't planning for us to try to do that. It's possible that that descend mechanic is there on the top of those drone zip lines because they're at the top of these zip lines here that are used for these tall buildings. Like it could be just like a copy paste, but they didn't intend for us to actually be able to interact with it. The reason why I'm showing you that is because this is tricky and that information can maybe help you understand like what the hell's going on here. So the way you do this glitch is you get to the top of the drone and it's gonna throw you up. Then you want to go back down and try to grab that 10% and like latch onto it, but you need to be free falling when you do it. You cannot have your parachute out. Now I'll show you guys again in slow motion what you have to do. But first, before you do this, I would recommend putting on tap to interact. This is gonna allow you to quickly just tap to attach to that zip line. That's what you're gonna need because you are moving fast when you're in the air. So make sure you're holding out your dual wield, akimbos, whatever, attached to the zip line. And what I do right here is I force my vision down so I can keep an eye on that zip line and that redeploy drone that's at the top. It's going to take you all the way to the top and then force you off. And I wait until I reach the highest point where I start to fall again and I deploy my parachute. Then you got to turn your body back towards that drone and that zip line. And this can be tough. It's like trying to turn a bus. But right here, I cut my parachute and get ready to tap to interact with that top 10% of that zip line. And if you attach correctly at the right point, it will descend you back to the ground. When you hit the ground, your parachute's actually going to come out and stay out and other players can see it and you will have super speed and you will be slamming into walls. And shout out to DK. He came into the game with me to help test this and to show that, yeah, the dual melee weapons work. So he just did the glitch. He's coming to the ground. You'll see what this looks like here. Yeah, his parachute is out and he is flying around. So although this glitch is really fun and crazy and you control people and you can snake like 100 miles an hour, it has some really bad things about it. So yeah, this is what you look like to other people. Your arms are completely freaking out and your parachute, yeah, stays out the whole time. So the bad things about this glitch, when you're in this mode, you can't do anything but run like crazy. Like you can't shoot weapons, you can't switch weapons, you can't throw any tacticals or grenades or use your field upgrade or buy perks. You can't revive people, you can't pet your dog, you can't do anything. And you definitely cannot call in an exfil. So if you're solo doing this, yeah, you're gonna screw yourself. There is a way to fix it and I'll explain that and you'll be able to use your weapons again, buy perks, whatever, like you're completely back to normal. There are things that will take you out of this super speed mode where you're just stuck not being able to use your weapons or interact with everything and you're running at a normal pace, and that is to touch any kind of water. Like you can put a toe in the water and it will kill the super speed. But the cool part about that is that you can walk on the bottom of the river. Like, you can run around. Like, it doesn't make you swim. And you can even dolphin dive under here. It's pretty amusing. Now, that green puff of smoke that you're seeing is because I got downed and my dog revived me. And when he revives you, he does that like healing aura looking effect, and it stays on you for the rest of the game. Yeah, but right here I'm dolphin diving under the water. Definitely very glitchy. One thing you definitely don't want to do is hit one of those portals that's going to throw you in the air, because you cannot deploy your parachute and you will fall to the ground and you will get down. To come out of this completely, lose the super speed and be able to interact with things, use your weapons, buy perks, whatever, you have to bleed out completely. Like, not just down, you got to be down and then be revived and you'll return to normal. Another thing that completely removes this and returns you to normal is going to a story exfil mission. You get on the chopper and it's difficult to stay on the chopper because when you're in this mode, it's making you constantly move, so it's easy to fall off of this thing. Right here I'm trying everything to steady myself and stay on this chopper, but when you land in the story fill mission, yeah, you're going to be completely reset. Now, triggering this story mission is not something you can do. You've got to have someone else call in that chopper. There might be some more crazy stuff we can do with this, but it's so new. Like, we will be messing with it, but hopefully you guys get to try it, have some fun with it, and we'll see you guys next video.